Sonic, the heart of your system.
Hi there, Vaughan here from KitGuru, and today I'm going to be talking about the Corsair Nightsword RGB. This is Corsair's latest mouse, and it comes in at around £70 here in the UK. The design of this mouse is quite large compared to most, with a shape not so dissimilar to the Dark Core, also from Corsair, or the popular G502 from Logitech, though it is unique in quite a few ways. The slope at the back makes this quite comfortable for a palm grip. With my smaller hands, my two fingers rest quite comfortably in the slightly scalloped out left and right click, while my thumb rests perfectly over the sniper button, and my offside fingers are in full contact with the side grip. All of the 10 remappable buttons are in close proximity and easy to reach quickly, with the slight exception of the two middle buttons, so I set those to DPI up and down instead of the default profile up and down, so they aren't needed in a hurry anyway. It features this unique geometric pattern over the rear portion and both sides for grip. The comfortable thumb rest and offside section is more rubberized but visually identical. The rest of the body is a glossy black plastic which runs the whole length of the mouse, as well as most of those 10 programmable buttons, except the main left and right buttons, as well as these two buttons, which were a stock set to DPI, have a less glossy, more texturized surface, which are still quite smooth to the touch. In between those buttons is the floating scroll wheel with a heavily rubberized zigzag pattern grip. It rotates with solid feeling bumps and has a tactile feeling feedback to the downwards click. The RGB features quite prominently here. It's on the Corsair ship logo on the palm section, the front and rear glow, which is underneath the hexagonal mesh, and there's also a glowing section underneath the scroll wheel, which makes this the most configurable lighting I've seen on a mouse, with 4 individual zones. The left and right clicks feature the Omron switches, which are rated for over 50 million clicks, and feel nice and responsive from the upper to the edge of the button. The rest of the switches are also tactile feeling clicks and retain that good feel without being too easy to depress accidentally. Here's what those buttons sound like. With the amount of extra buttons, I found them really useful to quickly map functions to when playing one of my favourites, Fallout 76, where it's a lifesaver to have reload, drink water, weapon select, melee and grenade, and still have more buttons I've not mapped yet. Underneath we can see the 5 easy gliding PTFE feet surrounding this hexagonal panel where the configurable weight system lies. In the centre is the Custom Pixart PMW3391 Optical sensor, which features a native 18,000 DPI, adjustable up and down in 1 DPI increments, so you can dial in the exact setting you want. You can also ensure complete comfort and reliability with the up to 50 grams acceleration, IPS of 400 and 1000 Hz polling rate. So with a specs list as long as my arm, you should be able to accurately track every shot in your game of choice. Back at the front you can see the 1.8 meter or 6 foot braided cable with a rubberized USB 2 connector. I found this cable doesn't seem to bind up at all on the back of my desk and is plenty flexible. The Nightsword weighs in at 144 grams at its heaviest. This is filled up with all the included weights. And if we remove all of those and the bottom cover, this weight can be shaved down to just 118 grams for those that do prefer a lighter mouse. In the handy carry case you get 3 solid 4.5 gram weights and 3 hollowed out ones, which I think look a little bit like ear stretchers. These ones are 1.2 grams each. You have 6 slots on the underslides to tune the centre of mass, which the IQ software will actually show you due to sensors in each weight slot, which I think is actually pretty cool. Also in IQ, we can see the surface calibration to ensure it remains accurate no matter what surface you're using. Performance is where you can adjust the pointer precision, angle snapping and profile indicator colour. I'll also note the lift-off distance for this mouse is just a few millimeters, basically 1 or 2 credit cards width, but there isn't any adjustment for that in the software yet. Then there's your DPI setting, where you can set each of the 3 sensitivities for your individual profile, as well as the sniper button DPI and colour the DPI indicators will show. Then the lighting effects, which is where you can go mad with not just the colour combinations, but different pre-made effects and even program your own lighting effects. I've set mine to this soft lilac with accents and type lighting ripples in a cool mint green. Corsair have always been my personal favourite for lighting customization. As you can see, my personal choice of keyboard is the K65 Lux RGB, which also looks great with the way the profiles sync up. Those profiles can be stored on board the mouse as well, so they can carry over to any PC or Mac. The last tab here is for actions, where you can remap any of those 10 buttons and record all your handy macros. I've set the sniper button to R for reload, which is incredibly handy, and I also remapped the DPI switches to the profile up and down ones underneath my hand as I mentioned earlier. I found this mouse to be really comfortable for the way I grip it, though it does also fit great for a claw grip too. It certainly suits my liking for a heavier mouse as well, and has performed excellently in every game I've tried, and across all daily use I've thrown it as well. It's mostly sturdy and solid, though I think 1 or 2 of the switch covers look a little flimsy and cause a mild audible rattle when shaken. Despite that though, this could for sure be my daily driver, beating out my previous M65 also from Corsair, due mainly to the more comfortable shape and extra buttons. Also, I think the lighting is absolutely gorgeous on this one. My main negative is an aesthetical opinion on the pattern in the rear section, which grabs dust and dirt really easily and is a bit of a pain to get out unless you have plenty of canned air. The glossy black plastic is also highly likely to scratch, and I feel like I've been extremely lucky to keep it as good as I have so far, although there is already a couple of light blemishes. I'd 100% recommend you take a look at this one if you're looking for a mouse upgrade, especially if you favour a larger mouse with plenty of extra buttons for various macros, as I found it nothing but brilliant to use. So that about wraps up this review. If you found it useful or liked it, then please do let us know with a like or comment. You can get notified of the latest videos by hitting subscribe and dinging that bell. And if you want to follow us on your preferred social media, we'll have links below to the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and even Discord, where you can get instant updates on any new articles on the website. We do also have a Patreon. If you'd like to pledge your support, you can do so. And check out the merch store for awesome apparel such as the t-shirt I'm currently wearing. Thanks for watching.